Are we good to start?
You're not doing an introduction. Hi, hello.
No.
Welcome to the podcast.
No, fuck that. The podcast is started. तेरे को मैं introduction चाहिए तेरे को. Welcome to the podcast. और क्या चाहिए? Red carpet कराओ बाहर.
Welcome to the podcast. Thank you for giving me your time. I truly appreciate it.
हम जैसे ये नहीं पूछ रहे कि तुम मैनेजर से एवीपी कैसे बना है और तो
ये कौन सा पॉडकास्ट है? मेरे को वेलकम तक नहीं किया गया यार. एक तो मेरी पॉडकास्ट वर्चुअलिटी जा रही है यार. है? मैं तो वेलकम तक नहीं कर रहे हो तुम लोग.
देखो गांड तो अभी तुम्हारी ऐसे रहेगी तुम बोलेगा वजन की टेंशन नहीं है मेरे को.
हाथ दो भैया यार.
बंद करो.
चलो.
Welcome to the podcast, Ashwin.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
We will have you during the course of the podcast.
Let's start the context where how we guys met, in what scenarios and how our friendship grew, right?
We all met in England.
Yeah.
And that's why England holds a very special place
Yes.
in all our hearts. And I guess that all of us love England, right?
Right.
We love our football. We love our time there together. So I met him through a friend.
Yeah.
We guys were studying together.
Yes.
And then through me, you met him.
Yes.
And of course, then he got us involved into
Eventful
football.
night. Everything there was eventful.
Talking about those drinking days, I think once we came back, we're going to go back and forth. At any given point in time, whether it was you and I meeting, you and him meeting, him and I meeting,
All of us meeting.
we could finish a bottle.
Ah.
Easily.
We could finish a bottle.
Or more.
Yeah.
So वापस आया, ये हमसे थोड़ा पहले आ गया था, मैं इसके घर गया. तो पहली बार अंकल आंटी को मिला, nice to meet you, this and that. So his scene at home was pretty cool. So uncle said, you'll have a drink? I said, yes uncle. फ्रीकी. तो अंकल ने ना ब्लैक लेबल ऐसे यही बार के आसपास कुछ निकाला. मैं कहा ब्लैक लेबल, आज ब्लैक लेबल पीने को मिलेगी. एंड आई एम लुकिंग एट अश्विन, अश्विन ब्लैक लेबल. लाइक ब्लैक लेबल की बॉटल आ गई. हम चले गए बेसमेंट. खत्म. अगले दिन मैं फिर पहुंच गया. मैं कहा ये तो सीन कूल है. अंकल ला लो तेरे. तो अंकल दिस टाइम अराउंड हैज अ रेड लेबल. मैं कहा चल अश्विन. ब्रो मैं तीसरे दिन गया ना, अंकल ने ना एक प्लास्टिक की XXX रम बाहर रखी. मैंने कहा क्या हुआ? कहते अंकल मेरे को सुबह गाली पड़ गई यार. यू फकर्स फिनिश ऑल माय पॉलिश ऑफ ऑल माय लिकर. साला ये पियो तुम. भाई झूठ नहीं बोल रहा, अगले दिन वो भी खत्म.
Dad thought that he can underestimate us. ये तो नहीं पिएंगे लड़के. And I still remember हम दोनों बिस्तर में बैठे हुए थे उस टाइम पे. हम लोग गेम खेल रहे थे. ठीक है, दूर बिस्तर में बैठे हुए थे. वो एक कोने पे था, मैं दूसरे कोने पे था, बहुत दूर से. ठीक है, और हम वीडियो गेम खेल रहे थे उस टाइम पे. And I still remember हम दोनों एक सिप ली, बहुत दुखता है. ये कैसे पिएंगे? 5 minutes later चुपचाप पी रहे हैं बैठ के.
बट इसका एक और स्टोरी बहुत सही था. तो खाना तो हमारे घर पे बनता था. आई यूज्ड टू कुक, राइट?
पता है.
तो चिराग बर्तन धोता था, कोई आटा गूंथता था. सो एक दिन ऐसे रेगुलर डे एंड ही कॉल्स मी अप. यू नो हाउ चिराग रिएक्ट्स, राइट? व्हेन ही हैज दिस पपी फेस, राइट? ही कॉल्स मी अप एट 11:30 एट नाइट. ही लाइक भाई मम्मी की याद आ रही है. मैंने कहा कोई टाइम है मम्मी की याद आ रही है? मैंने कहा भाई खाना खा के बैठा हूँ, मेरे पास अभी नहीं है. मैंने कहा संडे आएगा, संडे को मैं जाऊँगा अयोध्या, मेरे पास खाने को कुछ नहीं है. कहता भाई कुछ भी खिला दे. मैं कहा आटा तो नहीं है. मैं कहा देख मेरे पास ब्रेड पड़ी है, हाफ ब्रेड पड़ी है, वो बस एग्स पड़े हैं, मैं तेरे को ऑमलेट बना दूंगा. स्क्रैम्बल. कहता नहीं भुर्जी बनाती हूँ. मैंने कहा अच्छा भुर्जी बना दूंगा. आ जा. नहीं सॉरी, आई डिड नॉट हैव ब्रेड, आई हैड आटा. आई सेड आई हैड लिटिल बिट ऑफ आटा. सो मैं आटा गूंद रहा हूँ. And suddenly he comes with 2 more friends. He's like, भाई इनको भी याद आ रही है. And I'm like, क्या? मैं आटा गूंद रहा हूँ रात को 12:30 बजे. भाई लोगों को खिलाएंगे हम. उनको रात को 12:30 बजे 1 बजे मैं रोटियां बना रहा हूँ वहाँ पे, उनके अंदर पराठे बना के खिला रहा हूँ, ये भुर्जियां खा रहे हैं.
रिवायतें खत्म नहीं हुई ना, अभी 2 दिन पहले भी करके आया ना. तो ये 20 साल के बाद भी वही पे पड़ा हुआ है साला. 12:30 बजे तक खाना खिला रहे लोगों को.
तेरे रोगिन जिस लाइन आज बोलने की जरूरत नहीं थी.
देख सच हमेशा कड़वा लगता है.
हाँ तेरे को मैं इसका बता रहा हूँ, डेसिटेशन की बात कर के हमने डेसिटेशन किसी तरीके से खत्म करी. 8 o'clock वी हैव टू पुट इट इन दैट बॉक्स बिकॉज 8:01 पे वो निकल जाती है और वो छोड़ दिया तो वो बॉक्स खुलता ही नहीं डेसिटेशन का. 7:59 पे हमने किसी तरीके से उसको डाल दिया. ठीक है. एंड उस दिन चिराग कहता आज हम दारू पियेंगे और जैसे मैं बोलूँगा वैसे दारू पियेंगे. लाइक ओके. ये तो वी न्यू कि ये बॉटल एक लाएगा, मैं एक लाऊंगा, वो तीसरा फ्रेंड एक और लाएगा। तो ये लेकर आ गया टीचर्स की बॉटल, मैं ले आया जीडी की बॉटल और एक शिवर्स की बॉटल। ये शाम को 5:30 बजे रूम में आया। लंबे पानी के ग्लास होते हैं, उसके अंदर इसने आधे ग्लास के अंदर टीचर्स भरी और आधे ग्लास के अंदर पानी भरा। नलके से नहीं भरा, बॉटल से भरा जो पड़ी हुई थी। तो वो पानी ठंडा भी नहीं था बिकॉज हीटेड रूम में। कहता भाई हम बॉटल्स अप करेंगे एंड आई एम लुकिंग एट हिम लाइक कम से कम जेडी कोक तो पी ले। ही इज लाइक नहीं नहीं भाई उससे नशा नहीं होने वाला, नशा इसी से होगा। मैंने कहा पानी भी गर्म नहीं है, ठंडा नहीं है, यही पिएंगे। हाफ अ ग्लास राइट, सो इट्स 150 ml राइट। वी डिड 3 shots ऑफ बैक टू बैक बॉटम्स अप ऑन दैट। आधे घंटे में वो बॉटल टीचर्स की खत्म हो गई थी, 1 लीटर की बोतल। फिर हमने जेडी खोली, फिर हमने कहा कि हम आराम से जाएंगे। अब हमारे सर टकरा गए, हमारे को ये नहीं पता हम कपड़े कहाँ से निकाले। मैं इतना नशे के अंदर कि हमारा छोटा सा वार्डरोब होता था, वॉक इन वार्डरोब छोटा सा ही होता था। मैं उसके अंदर गया और मैं गिर गया उसके अंदर। मेरे को बाहर ढूंढ रहे, कहाँ गया। और ना मेरे मुंह से आवाज निकल रही कि मैं यहाँ पे हूँ, मैं मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा मैं कहाँ टक्कर मारूं। मैं वहां पे ऐसे गिर रहा हूँ, कभी इधर गिर रहा हूँ। विक्रम ने बोला तू क्या कर रहा है? मैंने कहा मेरे से नहीं हो रहा भाई। पानी पिलाया, जो भी खिलाया, कपड़े पहने, थोड़ा सा नॉर्मल हुए। तो सैटरडे नाइट सबको पता था, पूरी नॉर्थहैम्पटन बहुत छोटा शहर था, तो उनको ये पता था कि वी आर इट्स अ पार्टी नाइट। सो वी ओपन entered NB's. I went straight to the bar and got 4 shots of sambuca. Like मैं आता हूँ, basement में गया, he threw up. He had I think half that sambuca. हम लोग बाहर गए, बैठे और वापस आ गए। 9:45 बजे हम घुसे क्लब के अंदर और 9 बजे हम बाहर आ गए। और वो क्लब वाला कहता Today he's really drunk. I don't know how did I let you inside today. I was like, don't worry, we didn't do anything. Like, please take him home. हम लोग कमरे में गए, कमरे में बैठे और फिर हम
9:30 बजे हम वापस कमरे में थे।
फिर हम रात को 1:30 बजे तक पी रहे हैं। ये भी पी रहा है and he's out. Out. भाई साहब।
Uncle will be so proud of this podcast, won't he?
Everybody's.
नहीं, तेरी मेरी भी तो थी ना।
नहीं मैं तो पीता ही नहीं,
बकवास ना कर, जो 6 बजे सुबह।
मैं नहीं पीता। मैं पीता ही नहीं भाई।
हाँ हाँ।
मैं बहुत शरीफ लड़का हूँ, तो तुम लोगों ने बिगाड़ रखा है मेरे को।
अच्छा जब हमने बिगाड़ता हुआ रही तुम बता रहे हमने तुझसे फोर्सफुली क्या क्या कराया वही बता दे।
कुछ नहीं हुआ है, एक बार शराब हाथ लगाई थी गलती से
और आज तक छूटी नहीं है। फिर
ये बकवास कर रहा।
आई नो।
ये मेरे घर आया था, ठीक है, जब मैं यूनिवर्सिटी से भागा। सो मेरे तेरे को याद है रूम में सारे पीते थे।
हाँ।
और आलसी हम इतने होते थे, कोई बॉटल फेंकते नहीं थे। ठीक है, हमने वही शुरू करी अपनी। आई थिंक एट सम पॉइंट इन टाइम वी वर लाइक बॉटल।
यार सो बेसिकली हम लोग आए
बेसिकली
मैं आया था, तो इसका एक रूममेट था जिसके आई गॉट लॉन्ग, बाकी सब तो आई डिडंट नो मच। एक ही रूममेट था, नाइस, तो उसका आई गॉट लॉन्ग रीजनेबली गुड। बट आफ्टर अ व्हाइल यार देख, हम लोग जब भी मिलते थे हमको वीडियो गेम खेलनी होती थी। हम लोग अपनी प्रो एवोल्यूशन या हमको फीफा खेलनी होती थी, बस सिंपल
फीफा हमने इंडिया
फुटबॉल। मैं
फुटबॉल बेसिकली
मैं फीफा इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ बिकॉज फॉर एवरीबडी लिस्टिंग फीफा एनीवे, तो वो खेलनी होती थी। प्रॉब्लम है तो साला वो फ्रेंड चिपक गया। जाए ना वो जाए ना, ठीक है, बैठे रहे यार 15 मिनट हो गया, आधा घंटा हो गया, मेरा दिमाग खराब होना शुरू हो गया। इसका टर्न था, मैं लिख ऐसी बात है, ये तो नहीं होगा, मैं यहाँ से बात नहीं करने आया हूँ, मैं मेरे को कोई शौक नहीं है, मेरे को वीडियो गेम खेलनी है, ठीक है, मेरे को सिर्फ वही करना है, ठीक है। ऐसे देख मैं ड्रिंक बना रहा हूँ, इतनी मैं 13 मिनट डाल रहा हूँ, उसके डालनी शुरू करी मैंने इतनी आई थिंक 4 ड्रिंक लीटर, ठीक है, और सारे बॉटम अप थे। शर्त ये थी नहीं हम पिएंगे भाई, बॉटम अप करेंगे, ठीक है,
और हम पी के ऐसे करें,
ठीक है। तो ऑब्वियसली जब दोस्त को दी, उसको दी, उसका नाम भूल गया मैं, आई फॉरगेट दैट गाइस नेम, बट जब उसको दी तो ऑब्वियसली फर्स्ट वाह दिस इज हॉरिबल, हम भी मुंह तो बनाना ही था ना, वी कांट प्रिटेंड कि हमारी कुछ नहीं है। अच्छा देख अक्ल देख हम दोनों की, और मैंने उसको बोला था देख भाई ऐसा मत पकड़ना ग्लास, दिख जाएगा लाइट कलर, ऐसे पकड़ना, लाइट कलर भी दिखना चाहिए, ठीक है, ऐसे पकड़ना ग्लास।
कोई याद नहीं कह रहा कि मैं दर्द तो पीता ही नहीं।
ना ना,
हम लोग ग्लास ऐसे पकड़ के चीयर्स, चीयर्स, ठीक है, बॉटम्स अप। 3 शॉट्स लेटर, another 20 minutes, वो आउट, ठीक है, उसकी गेम ओवर, बस हो गया, ठीक है। हम दोनों फिर ऊपर भागे इसके कमरे में, हमने बोला चलो गेम खेलते हैं। वी स्टार्ट प्लेइंग, हमारे पास आई थिंक 2 बोतल थी उस टाइम पे, वी हैड 2 बॉटल्स जो बची हुई थी, वो थोड़ी बहुत नीचे वो तो छोड़ दी थी, उसी की बोतल थी, 2 बोतल थी। वी स्टार्टेड ड्रिंकिंग एंड दिस इज अबाउट, वी स्टार्टेड अबाउट 10 o'clock समथिंग in the evening, at night. By 5, I think that by 4 a.m. we were we were basically both the bottles were gone. We were a lot of games down. ठीक है, उसके बाद 4 बजे मेरे को तो खुजली शुरू हुई कि यार 4 बज गए हैं, ये तो खत्म है, अब क्या करें, ठीक है, अब क्या करें। आई रिमेंबर मी एंड हिम, वी सेड कि यार देख नीचे तेरे बाकी जो रूममेट्स हैं ना उनकी दारू भी तो होगी, जाके ढूंढते हैं। नीचे भागे हम लोग एंड वी फाउंड 1 बॉटल जिसमें इतनी पड़ी हुई थी, आई थिंक वोडका थी, और हम तब से विस्की पी रहे थे, तब से विस्की पी रहे, इतनी सी वोडका पड़ी थी, ठीक है। और हमको 2 या 3 वो मिले थे हमारे को, वो विकेट पीते थे ना हम लोग, 2 या 3 वो विकेट मिले थे हमको, हम सब उठा के ले आए, ठीक है। विकेट तो मतलब सांस ली, विकेट खत्म, थी बेचारी, तो पानी था मेरा। उसके बाद वोडका पी एंड उससे हमने रेंगते हुए 1 घंटा खींच लिया, चलो गेम खेल ली, थोड़ा कुछ खा लिया, 1 घंटा और खींच लिया। 5 बजे फिर खुजली शुरू हुई, मैं तो नींद तो आ नहीं रही है, शराब खत्म नहीं हुई है, अब क्या करें। तो ये मुझे को बोलता है यार देख कुछ भी करके ना 1 घंटा और खींचना। मैंने क्यों, बोलता है यार 6 बजे ना नीचे जो दुकान है ना खुल जाएगी, अंकल की दुकान खुल जाएगी। मैंने बोला ठीक है 1 घंटा। हम लोग फिर गए पूरे घर में चक्कर मार दे, जो बाथरूम खोल के देख रहे किसी ने शायद बोतल छोड़ी हुआ यहाँ पे, ठीक है। आई स्टिल रिमेंबर, इनका फ्रिज होता था किचन में, फ्रिज के ऊपर ना इतना बड़ा एक डब्बा पड़ा, एक वो पड़ा था, जार पड़ा था वोडका का ही, ठीक है। आई स्टिल रिमेंबर फकिंग पिकिंग इट अप, दैट हेवी मदरफकर, उसमें इतनी सी दारू पड़ी थी, इतनी सी। मैं बैठ निकल and then I think we found like various different bottles, जो थोड़ी पड़ी थी। Eventually it came to a point, and by the way I'm talking about mix of everything. इसके अंदर वोडका भी थी, जिन भी थी, हमारी विस्की भी थी, रम भी थी। हमने सब के ना कर करके हम लोगों ने बेसिकली 1 शॉट रेडी किया इतने का, ठीक है। तो उसको हमने आधा बांटा, हमने देख भाई रिस्पेक्टफुली भेगे, अभी 45 मिनट बाकी है, 45 मिनट चलाना है इसको। 3 मिनट का वो भी खत्म 3 मिनट में वो भी खत्म हो गई थी, ठीक है। बाकी आधा घंटा पौना घंटा हमने कैसे बताया मेरे को नहीं पता, ठीक है। बट 6 बज गए, ठीक है। अबाउट नहीं, उससे 10 मिनट पहले हम लोग नीचे खड़े हुए थे, ठीक है, शॉप के बाहर। आई स्टिल रिमेंबर दैट इंडियन अंकल थे, इंडियन तो पाकिस्तानी थे बट एशियन अंकल थे, वो आए, हम दोनों बाहर खड़े थे दुकान के ऐसे, ठीक है, एक दूसरे से बात कर नहीं सकते, तो बात करने लायक ही नहीं है, ऐसे खड़े हुए थे, झूल रहे थे, ठीक है। आई सॉ अंकल कम, ही टर्न्ड, looked at us, disappointed, very disappointed look in his face, turned back, opened the shop, went inside, ठीक है। Respectful बच्चे हैं। 1 मिनट वेट किया हमने,
अंकल मैं
सेटल हो जाओ पहले। 1 मिनट के बाद हम भी अंदर गए, ठीक है। तो अभी पहले शराब के पास गए, सडनली मेरे को उसको ख्याल आया यार नहीं ये तो यार बेइज्जती हो जाएगी, सुबह 6 बजे लड़के शराब लेने आए हैं। हमने बोला अब क्या करें, रैंडमली गए, एक ब्रेड उठाई हमने, एक ब्रेड उठाई, ठीक है, शराब की 2 बोतलें और उठाई एंड अंकल के पास गए, मेरी शीपेज, और कुछ नहीं था हाथ में, कुछ नहीं था हाथ में, बस शीपेज ले गए अंकल के पास, पहले ब्रेड रखी ऐसे आगे करी, अंकल ने स्कैन करी और कुछ 2 बोतलें यहाँ से, ये भी था अंकल, शाम के लिए चाहिए एक्चुअली, अभी ले लेते हैं। अंकल जस्ट लुक्ड एट अस, जस्ट नो, दैट्स ऑल अंकल डिड भाई। वो भी लेके आके आई थिंक वो भी हमने 2 घंटे में वो भी खत्म कर दी थी। आई थिंक अराउंड 8:30 दैट्स व्हेन वी क्रैश्ड फाइनली, दैट्स व्हेन वी क्रैश्ड मैन, फक।
एक दिन मैंने और उसने सुबह 7 बजे दारू पीनी शुरू करी थी, याद है संडे को। We called up our dads. Dad, I'm missing you.
I remember that.
How much have you had? I'm like, no. He's like, संडे को 11 बजे के मुझे कॉल कर रहे हो।
Missing you.
Oh my God.
वो हिल ही नहीं रहा है वहाँ से।
तो उनको बोलो कैंसिल कर दो।
तो खाना क्या खाएंगे, 10 बज गए।
बोला था समीर कुरैशी से मंगवा लो।
तूने बोला चिलीज।
हाँ तो मेरे को थोड़ा पता था उसकी बाइक टूट के गिर जाएगी, वो तो कहीं से भी हो सकता था।
1.5 घंटे में खाना आ सकता था, इसलिए कहते हैं कि दोस्त अच्छे बनाओ, बहन चो खाना नहीं ऑर्डर कर सके 3 लोग मिलके यहाँ पे। This video is very special for me, yeah, because I'm talking to two of my closest and oldest friends. I have known them for more than half of my life, and the three of us are in the same room after over approximately 4 years. Incidentally, during this time, we've barely spoken to each other. हमने शायद 4-5 बार बात करी होगी maximum, but we know that we are rock solid because we've invested so much of time in our friendship in the past, right? And I call these friends my hardware friendship friends, wherein these guys and इनके साथ दोस्ती को ना बहुत लो मेंटेनेंस चाहिए होती है. This kind of friendship does not require a software update. इसको वायरस नहीं लगते and इसका सॉफ्टवेयर क्रैश नहीं होता. The funny part is that एक टाइम था where we were in each other's business all day, every day. We would meet multiple times, we will talk multiple times, and then suddenly life changes. Everybody's pulled apart in a different direction. We go our separate ways, chasing our dreams, building our careers. The priorities shift. Now your focus becomes your partner, your family, and rightly so. This is what maturity is. This is what growth is. And during this time, what also happens is that there are a lot of new connections that are made, new people who enter your life, and they bring their own color. The same thing is happening with your friends as well. So everybody is going through the same process, but your relationship with these guys don't change. We are all cheering for each other from afar. And the beauty is that you know कि कल अगर कुछ फटी या shit hits the roof, you know that ये साले कहीं नहीं गए and they're just a phone call away. So this conversation is about those friends with whom your friendship has lasted and weathered the storm and test of time. ये वो दोस्त हैं जिनके साथ हम मैसेजेस से ज़्यादा मीम्स शेयर करते हैं. ये वो दोस्त हैं जो तुम्हें जज नहीं करते. ये हरामज़ादे तुम्हें रोस्ट करते कॉन्स्टेंटली एंड नॉन स्टॉप. ये वो दोस्त हैं जिनके साथ हमारी सबसे कम पिक्चर्स होती हैं एंड सबसे ज़्यादा क्रिंजिएस्ट पिक्चर्स होती हैं. एंड ये वो दोस्त हैं जिनका एक ही कंसर्न और एक ही क्वेश्चन होता है हमें, तो ठीक है ना यार. ये लास्ट सेक्शन थोड़ा सा सेंटी हो गया था, बट आई वांट टू पुट आउट अ डिस्क्लेमर सिंस you've seen the first part of the video that we've grown up, we've matured, and we are making healthier life choices. We are keeping ourselves hydrated by having filtered water, which is good for your health, hair and skin. Incidentally, the next section is presented by Kent Water Purification Systems. They are your one-stop shop for healthy, tasty and chemical-free water. This is their current offer for the month. I suggest that you go onto their website kentwater.ca to find out more details. Now, enjoy the next section. So, a little bit serious conversation as well. I was saying that we've known each other for almost half of our lives.
Fuck. Unfortunate.
Unfortunately, yeah. And we've survived. How does male friendship change over the years? From the amazing tales that you just shared to now.
I think the only thing that changes that because now we're married and everything, so we talk a little less. I mean, we used to talk like every day or catch up every second day. We don't anymore. But apart from that, nothing. I think everything remains the same, yeah. But I don't know, at least for me, I can call either of all my friends, whoever friends I have now, at 3 o'clock in the morning, and they'll probably turn up. That is the only thing that has changed for me, nothing else. We don't catch up that frequently, or we don't talk that frequently, but nothing else has changed. When we start, the conversation starts from that same, we are talking after 20 years. This is the first time we are talking like this after 20 years again, and we are talking the same
and
old
we're chilling, the three of us, after 4 years.
And we are still talking that same old shit. I think that's the only thing, I don't know.
I think that's the key thing, right? That I think as you kind of grow up, especially when you go about doing your own thing and you move into different places, you know, me and partner are in the same city, yet we hardly meet, right? Because that's life. नहीं होता. Phone पे बात हो जाती है, ये सब हो जाता है. But that's about it. Like I remember the days that we would talk, all of us would just talk every single day. You know, especially तू घर वहाँ से 1.5 घंटा दूर आता था, 1.5 घंटा दिमाग खाते हुए. We would fucking talk on the phone. Both ways.
We talk on the phone in the car, and then we sit and talk for 3 hours while we
We'll drink and then on our way back talk on the phone again.
Yeah. So
I think those days, I don't think it's necessarily male friendship. I think it's just friendship. I think guys are better at reconnecting their past glories and starting off again from where they started. So, for example, if I meet you after 4 years, you know,
Basically, you started the conversation where you left it.
where you left it, and there is no awkwardness. And I'm not saying there is awkwardness in women, but I just think guys are better at it. Like, you know, just kind of starting from where we left it, or even if it's 4 years ago, I would just say that we are better at it. But I think the biggest thing that changes as we grow older and drift apart a little bit is that what he just said, right? We're still talking about the same old shit.
Yeah.
Is that we don't get to make new memories. And I think this is why times like this podcast is very important, because this becomes a memory. And this becomes a memory that we maybe talk about in the next 10 years. When we meet 10 years later again, maybe we talk about all the shit that we did today. You know, so I think that is the only thing. I don't think the affection, the love that we have for each other, I don't think that will ever change. I don't think that ever changes across friendships, man. Like, you know, it's not a male thing. It's just a friends thing. That you will still reconnect. You will still, you know, you will still care about what the person is doing. But I think now it's become more of के तू ठीक है ना भाई.
हाँ.
अगर तू ठीक है तो सब ठीक है.
Because we all understand the pressures of life and work and all that
I
stuff.
think it's just maturity.
Yeah.
And like fucking when I look back at the three of us in Northampton and London, maturity तो बहुत दूर की बात थी हमारे लिए. I think life becomes easier with women, man.
Yeah, it does.
You know what becomes more complicated is doing the chutiapa that we have done. I don't think that is something that you can do anymore, because I think women mature earlier than
us.
Typically, on an average, women mature earlier than men.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that it is my wife who's helped me go from, and you guys knew me when I was younger, right?
Yeah.
I was very aggressive. I was extremely aggressive. To go
yeah.
from here, I'm still maybe aggressive, but maybe not as aggressive as what I used to be. I'm not as stupid as I used to be, and I attributed that a lot of that to
ठहराव आ गया है.
Huh?
ठहराव आ गया है.
ठहराव आ गया है, and a lot of that is got to do with Urvashi, with my wife. It is not that I have matured. Sure, some portion of that is my maturity and my age, but I think a lot of that is because
I think that's true for all of us, right? Since we got married.
I think women calm us down, and you know they are the ones who keep us grounded. But as far as the friendship goes, I think nothing changes, bro. I mean, not just you guys, everybody else that I know, all the other friends. Like, I know for a fact that I'm shit at talking on a phone. I don't like it. I just, please talk to me for 2-3 minutes. Tell me what the hell do you want, and keep the phone down. I can't chat. Get me on a forum like this. Get me over drinks, over coffee for that matter. I'll chat for hours. I'm just not a guy who likes
for
phones.
us. We can talk, and I'm not saying that we can talk for 3 hours, but we can hold a conversation for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and different stuff from football to cricket to family or something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's different.
That group that we have, the five of us, that the group that we have with a couple of other friends. You guys used to ridicule me all the time कि तू आता नहीं है कॉल पे, because मेरे से नहीं होता. मतलब I can do 5 minutes maybe. After that, I'm just like, यार, it gets too.
But वो call, I think 5-10 minutes से ज़्यादा वैसे भी नहीं होती.
Point being that I can't have that. I don't like phone conversation. It just annoys the hell out of me. Even when I was in my courtship with my wife, even when I was in the courtship, the one thing I couldn't do is chat, and I can't keep texting all the time. मेरे बस की बात नहीं है.
But that group was only formed because all of us had moved to, I think, different
a lot of us
countries,
moved, right?
I
basically.
appreciate that group, because without that group, I will not know what everybody is doing.
उस ग्रुप पे होता क्या है? सिर्फ हैप्पी बर्थडे या हैप्पी न्यू ईयर, हैप्पी दिवाली, that's about it. Nothing else.
I think it's become less now.
Yeah.
But पहले तो it was like we would call every week, I think.
Very
नहीं.
I don't think it's
उस ग्रुप पे हमेशा से ही ऐसे था.
I think the only time we had a little bit of frequency on that was during COVID, because everybody wanted to check and everybody suddenly had a little bit of time as well.
Yeah, true. But yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I don't think anything else changes. Very honestly, I think it's just life happens, man. Like fucking.
It's about, like you said, I mean, combination of a couple of things, right? That at some point in time, you can't live that continue living that life. That phase.
We'd have been dead by now.
Exactly. and probably nowhere in our respective careers and everything if we didn't have that kind of focus. And the fact of the matter is that obviously all of us settle and women bring that kind of stability, and then other things take over. Life happens. In my case, I left the country so automatically. And I mean, has it been easy for you guys to make more friends and
can't.
in general?
Fuck no.
No, I can't.
I think after beyond the circle that I have maybe 3-4 people that I would call my really close friends. This is beyond, say, after 30, 31.
Need भी नहीं होती ना?
I don't know. I think can you ever run out of enough friends? I don't think so.
नहीं यार, पर मेरे को ये
Once
लगता है
you
कि मेरे
have
पुराने वाले तुम
that
लोगों से
whole group
इतनी
of
बात
friends,
नहीं-
right, when you're young and everything, and no matter where you are, if you keep in touch, like I said, you can keep in touch once in 6 months or once in 6 months, but if you, again, I'm just coming back to the same point again, if you can start the conversation where you left, right, then you don't need another fourth person.
I think tolerance comes into it a lot, right? I mean,
Yeah.
as now, and it's funny because now we are more mature. But I think in terms of having patience and tolerance to make new friends, to get to know people, to want to know, like how do we become friends, right? It wasn't just the alcohol, right? Yeah, sure, it was the alcohol, and alcohol played a large part of our friendship.
Yeah.
But then
Alcohol only opened us up.
Getting to know your life, what you do, how you are as a person, getting to know your quirks.
Yeah.
And liking you because despite your quirks, or maybe because of your quirks, whatever it might be. I think now I don't think I have the patience for either I find somebody who's a perfect fit with me that doesn't have the quirks that will annoy the hell out of me. Because if I find somebody like that, I'm just like, I'm not going to waste my time. मेरे बस की बात नहीं. Not because I want to be an asshole, no. It's just that I don't have the patience anymore.
See, at 20 years old, alcohol might have helped us open up to each other and everything. But the next day, we knew what kind of a person he is. So I knew that, we can be friends, and, at 20 you're stupid and everything. But you do understand, you do have that kind of a maturity कि हाँ ये बंदा मेरा दोस्त हो सकता है कि नहीं हो सकता. Today, we don't, we're all 40. And today we don't need a bottle of tequila or a black label today. We had a beer, and even if we didn't have beer today, or we had charge today, we wouldn't have had. So we would have still chilled out as
Which
much as
we have.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I can't drink so much anymore.
No,
I can't.
I don't drink whiskey anymore. I just drink beer.
No, can
I told him one day, I was like, now I remember dates when I have had a drink, because it is once a quarter, once in 6 months maybe. एक बार तो I think साल के बाद पिया मैंने. Damn. आज मैं 1.5 घंटा लेट आया. क्यों आया? Because I had Kyra's friends over at the house. So
Priorities तो होती
because
हैं.
it is not only Aparna, it is now Kyra also. Everything revolves around her.
Important changes, no? Like for now it becomes like, as much as I love my friends and as much as I love you guys, but my wife is my wife, man.
True.
I'm sorry, but that's my priority. So,
जल्दी से कुछ बोल मैं इसके. He's gonna take all the hearts and likes and comments and
ऐसे
shares.
तो मैं बोल सकता हूँ, everything in the house revolves around Kyra now.
they just said that because I said the nice things.
No, because I'm the only one who has a kid right now.
Oh, so you want to play the kid card, huh? You want to play the kid card, huh?
My wife is my priority. तो मैं बच्चा
So you left her for 4 hours and you came here. Shame on you. मैं तो यहीं रहता हूँ.
मैं तो मिस कर रहा हूँ इतना. वो बेचारी अकेली है.
तूने उसको अकेले वापस जाने दिया?
मैं वापस जा रहा हूँ अभी उसके पास भी.
तूने वापस जाने दिया उसको 1 महीना के लिए अकेले?
We are editing all this out. But yeah, I mean, that relationship is also like, it's not about a friend lost. It's just about, I guess, finding peace with where you are in that journey. And I've been very happy.
We remained close also because, touchwood, because of one reason, our wives got along really well with
That's
each
very
other.
important.
And yeah, I was about to say, extension to that, like, I don't say it as anything else, but I've gained 2 more friends, right? With both your wives. It's 2 more friends that you gain, right? Because, like I know when Ina was here, me and Ina used to go out and fucking eat food so many times here. So
I gained only
you
one.
would not fucking eat anything except chicken, and the poor girl had to suffer through all of that.
I only gained one.
Huh?
I only gained one. I knew Ina much before.
You broke Kashmiri hearts, bro.
That's another story that we have to talk about.
Yeah, that's probably the
For
next
another day.
episode. But just in case, there is somebody youngster watching middle-aged men talk about friendship, and that person being vulnerable, scared, not having too many friends, or not knowing what friendship is all about. Anything, क्या बोल सकता है उसको? क्या ज्ञान दे सकता है? या क्या रियलिस्टिक मैसेज दे सकता है उसको?
यार देख सिंपल सी चीज़ है, तुम इतने इंटेलिजेंट होने चाहिए हो अपने 20 साल की उम्र में कि तुम्हारे को पता होना चाहिए कि तुमने दोस्त किसको बनाना है और तो कौन तुम्हारा लॉन्ग टर्म फ्रेंड है. और व्हेन आई से लॉन्ग टर्म फ्रेंड, और यू हैव टू प्ले दैट थिंग इन योर माइंड अगेन एंड अगेन कि अगर ये कल को कंट्री छोड़ के चला गया, will you be friends, yes or no? So I think because we were together in the same country, whether it was England or whether in India, and we understood because of our families also, we were close to each other's families also, and all that stuff. We realized that thing. तो उतना दिमाग होना चाहिए कि ये अगर मेरा दोस्त है तो ये मेरा दोस्त इसलिए नहीं है क्योंकि ये यहाँ पर है इस टाइम पे. अगर ये यहाँ पे नहीं है, 6 महीने के बाद कहीं और चला गया या आधी ज़िंदगी कहीं और चला गया, तो can we be friends? And if you have that, then you don't need to get desperate to find new friends if you don't have friends around. I mean, it's good to have a couple of people physically around. Like when I probably meet him, even after 6 months or something, it is, we not say कि अबे यार हम मिलते ही नहीं यार, let's catch up again 2 days, एक में 15 दिन में and all that stuff, because that one night is good enough for us that you understand कि you're not able to catch up with somebody because of their personal life, your personal life, official professional life and all that stuff. But that's exactly what I think. उतनी sanity होनी चाहिए तुम्हारे, उतना दिमाग होना चाहिए, चाहे तुम कैसे भी फुकरे हो या कैसे भी हो, वो होना important है मेरे हिसाब से.
Yeah, I would say that don't worry. If you don't have too many friends right now, don't worry. I think as you grow up, people have this fear of that you will not meet, if you're younger and you don't make all your friends then, to baad mein nahi bante. I don't think so. You meet some amazingly wonderful people as you grow older, right? While I said that most of my friends are from probably my earlier days, but I've met some absolutely fucking amazing people after I've turned 30. Like absolutely wonderful, wonderful people, right? Because also understand that we open our eyes to probably looking at the world a little differently than we do in our youth. Because youth में क्या है, शराब है, दोस्त है, it's just alcohol, and that's all we are doing, right? We are drinking and we are chilling with our friends. Typically, what we also end up doing is, while we are very inclusive, के सब आओ पियो, but then we become very territorial with our friends.
Yeah.
Which, like you were telling me in the last thing that, those people that come, extra
Yeah,
people that
yeah,
come and you push them all out. Why? Because you become very territorial. Okay, these are my friends. But as you grow older, I would, like, my only advice to everybody, anybody who's watching this, is that don't worry. Don't worry if you don't have enough friends right now, because as you grow older, you're going to meet more people. Because why? Simply because you will open up different avenues of your life. You are in, maybe you're in school right now. You'll get to college. That's going to be a great time. You'll get into your postgrad. That you just heard what we guys did in our postgrad. So you're going to have an amazing time there. Drink less. You're going to find a job. You're going to meet some amazing people at work in all probability. And the work life is basically the rest of your life, right?
Yeah.
So the kind of people that you would meet is incredible, and your world opens up. The diverse portfolio of people that you meet from so many different walks of life is just amazing, and you will always connect with people. You will always make friends. So आज बनाना है दोस्त की कोई nobody has written कि आज ही बनाना है दोस्त यार. Friendships will happen, and like he said, you will know who those people are that you really want to stay in touch with, despite not talking to them every day.
I think that's really well said. First, my take on this is what you said. When you're growing up, you're at that stage when your circle keeps growing. स्कूल से निकले, कॉलेज गए, यूनिवर्सिटी गए, काम करा, सेकंड जॉब, रिलेटिव्स, ऐसे आपके लोग बढ़ते जाते हैं. इन दैट एंटायर सर्कल यू कनेक्ट विद अ सर्टेन फ्यू. सो दैट फिर आपका व्हाट हैपेंस इज वंस यू हैव ऑल दैट, योर न्यूक्लियस स्टार्ट्स टू फॉर्म, राइट? एंड दैट न्यूक्लियस इज व्हाट essentially is at the end of the day that matters.
Yeah.
दोस्त genuinely 3 या 4 ही होते हैं, उसके आगे भीड़ होती है.
But एक और चीज़ I want to tell you that you know if you have those like you're talking about youngsters वगैरह, if you have those 4-5 friends, right, like you know irrespective of where you meet them, college, work or something, I have this feeling that you know what people talk about ki midlife crisis, you would not have your midlife crisis if you have like-minded friends and you have your friends like that irrespective of where they are. Because when you talk about you know what's going on in your life and the difficulties that's going on in your life, and you hear the difficulties that's going on in their life, because everybody's complication is very different.
Yeah.
And then it helps you out ki ha, my shit is big for me, his shit is big for him, and his shit is big for him, but we're all going through something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Nobody's got it figured out.
Irrespective of that, we managed to be in touch. We managed to again pick up that conversation, and we managed to no alcohol. We managed to stay in touch, and we are at that same level. If we have to be, if today somebody tells us that you know you can be a 20-year-old today again, we very well can be a 20-year-old today.
That's actually very well said.
Irrespective, we can drink a bottle of tequila today also. We might have headache for the next 7 days instead of just 24 hours. But
Well, we'll
yes,
be together in the hospital tomorrow.
yeah. Irrespective of that,
I
but
want to just share a small story, kind of a testing and going on from what he just said. When I came back from the UK after finishing my postgrad, I got back here, and almost for an entire year I was just chilling at home. Right, I wasn't doing much. I was just chilling, having fun, reconnecting with some of the old friends, making new ones, blah blah blah. Just having a gala, great time. I still remember to this date that one episode, what kind of made me turn my life around, right? Because I wasn't even looking for work. I couldn't care less. I was just so happy, just having, because I had a roof over my head. I had my parents who were giving me some money just to enjoy myself, blah blah blah. So I was fine. Like I didn't really care. And I met two friends basically sitting down with me, and basically literally grabbing me by the neck and saying, "What the fuck are you doing?" One was Digvijay and the other was you.
yeah.
I still remember we were at Digvijay's place, and I still remember that's the first time that I had funny, and I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to kill myself that day. Kids never drink funny. But you both literally fucking grabbed me by the neck and said, "What the fuck are you doing? Why are you not working? Why are you sitting on your ass and doing absolutely nothing? What is wrong with you?" A month later I had a job. Probably less than a month later I had a job. So the moral of the story that I'm trying to get at is that friends is great, but surround yourself with people who will also call your bullshit, and who will call you out when you're going wrong.
Yeah, I know. Again, I'll take it from there. So, when I started off working on my own, there was a phase, you know, I don't have a huge amount of money in the house. Like you know, it's not कि हमारे पास 200 करोड़ घर के अंदर है और funding हो जाएगी. So we were doing our own thing and everything. So a friend of ours said कि तू कितने पैसे कमा रहा है? मैंने कहा इतने कमा रहा हूँ. तो इतने कमाने चाहिए. मैंने कहा हाँ कमाने तो चाहिए but नहीं कमा रहा, but I'll do it. He's like, I don't care about what's going to happen after 2 years. Why? What are you doing right now? मैंने कहा ये. He said, what's your skill set? I was like yeah. And then he told me to start working with him. And today I'm working with him. Although I'm working with him also, and he works with me because of my talent, not because he wants to give me money and everything. But that is exactly coming to that point कि वो friends ऐसे भी होते हैं कि चलो I have a requirement, and you know you fit the kind of person I'm working with. And he said no egos, no friendship in dhanda, and that is how it is. And today I think we're doing pretty well also. So again coming back to the point कि ना friends के अंदर ना एक और वो मैंने सुना है कि friends में धंधा नहीं कर सकते, and ये होता है. ऐसा नहीं होता. If you know how to balance your professional life and personal life, and you keep a balance, right, you and your friends can be good business partners also. So that is another take, you know, to youngsters कि ऐसा नहीं होता कि friends के अंदर धंधा नहीं होता. Friends के अंदर धंधा भी होता है, as long as you understand कि how to keep your professional and personal life. We can fight. We fight in the morning or a few things. We agree to disagree, but at the end of the day, we don't get it into our friendship कि अब तेरी मेरी दोस्ती कम हो गई है. Those kind of friends, that's an amalgamation of a lot of things that, you know, that's how friends should be. That everything that you can talk shit, you can talk professional, you can talk if you have some you know, midlife crisis probably happening, and discuss it and everything. And if you are able to do that with your 2-3 friends, that is exactly what you need. You don't need a sixth person in your life if you have those 4-5 friends. That's about it.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah,
always, man.
Any given day.
I think it's important that that one phone call, which I'd make to you or to you, for that matter, where if I'm struggling with something, I don't have something figured out in my head. That's good enough. And I think at the same time, while we've matured, we've got partners who understand us the way we are right now and give us the kind of support, clarity that is required, right? I think that's where it changes. I mean, because I was away as well, I left the country, and when for a while I was like, initially one was reminiscing the good old days, but one realizes that that's a chapter, that's a phase, and it's exactly how we lived it today. That we had the best time discussing it and reliving it. But life has been great because there are so many different challenges professionally, personally, that we guys have gone through, overcome, grown as individuals, and where we are at life right now, it's about picking up the phone, talking, and getting it over and done with. Even if we have not spoken for a year, it doesn't mean कि कोई. I think और एक और चीज़ होती है. I think you get to know what your friendship is if you are not insecure about your friendship. If there is any sort of insecurity within friends, that is not true friendship. That's not friendship.
I think right, like don't talk, but as long as the one question is कि ठीक है ना भाई, and as long as the question is yes, the answer is yes, everything is good. That's all I want to know, man. That you are happy, and that's okay. We don't need to talk every day. That's all right. Everybody is busy. Yeah. Fuck, we sound like 70-year-old daru pe.
I think
Yeah.
But thank you for doing this, and I guess we'll have another version of this based on what's the response that we get. Basis our, I think the super hit section is going to be the
Now that we've
drink
ended
section.
it.
ऐसी दोस्ती नहीं होनी चाहिए. कुछ दोस्ती में दरार आ जानी चाहिए और उस लाइन को नहीं क्रॉस करना चाहिए. Alrighty, that's a wrap.